If you're writing a tragedy, you need characters that are going to collide with each other and create angst and create worry. So asking about your character voices, like if I put these two character voices in a scene together, do they create worry? So for Romeo and Juliet, for example, we take Romeo and we put him in a scene. He's an optimistic dreamer, right? If we put him in a scene with Juliet, another optimistic dreamer, the feeling of the scene heads upwards because they're both optimistic dreamers. If you're staying true to their voice, it doesn't matter what kind of conversation they have. It's getting in this like everything's going to be great. So we need to put Romeo in scenes with realists and pessimists. So an optimistic dreamer focuses their topics on the future, is always talking about the future. And an optimistic dreamer in his pacing tends to not pay attention to what other people are saying necessarily, but selecting topics that they want to follow up on. So you can tell the optimistic dreamer, oh, it's raining outside and it's cold. It's going to be a terrible day for a picnic. And the optimistic dreamer is going to be like, but what a picnic, right? Like it's picking up on the parts that they want in that pacing and moving forward. So you put two optimistic dreamers in a scene and you just build this energy of positivity. But if you take one optimistic dreamer and you throw him in with a pessimist who is constantly waiting for the optimistic dreamer to talk in their pacing and then inserting the negative after the optimistic dreamer gives the positive, and then the topics they're choosing are negative. So they're waiting for someone else to talk and then commenting on what's been said. That's pacing. And then in their topics, the topics are always negative and they're always pointing out the downside. Now you've got a scene that's going to go downhill and it's going to give a negative feeling. And that's how you create a tragedy, is you have more scenes with optimistic dreamer paired with pessimists, where the pessimists win the conflict as opposed to an optimistic dreamer.